Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Friday, February 4th. I'm your host, Scott Labrie, joined alongside me all day, Eric Deshane.
Hello.
It's just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Who's
not very white. I forget who's that song.
That is a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, but anywho.
An old guy.
Yep, it's an old song. Yeah.
We are missing Sir Uncle Teabag. He is down.
Mm-hmm. He
finally caught it.
Yep.
The thing.
You caught the thing. We can't say because But he seems all right. He's tired. He's sleeping it off. So let him rest. Yeah. So
now he might watch us later. He probably will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably.
And my message to him is that it's karma.
Karma.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
For because we talked about it for months. I want to say, hey man, when Jackass comes to theater, let's all see it opening night. Let's see it opening night. And here it comes. It's been all it doesn't change. It's been scheduled for February 4th for a long time. Oh, look, I see it comes to St. Paul theaters. Hey guys, Jackass, let's do it Friday night.
But I mean, like, come on, it's not his fault he got it. Like, it's just shit luck, man.
No, but like, he's like, I'm gonna be in Edmonton. And then I was like, what?
What? I didn't see that.
You messaged when we were fighting.
Yeah, I didn't see that message about going to Edmonton. I just saw. I thought the fact like, I didn't see that part. That's why I like, sorry for having a laugh. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's shit's going on. Deflect.
That's the thing. Is like, I feel like every time I'm like, hey guys, we should like hang out, have some drinks or something on a Friday or Saturday. It's like either he's always in Lloydminster or you're always with like your family.
Yeah, but
so I'm like, why can't we ever get together? And like, I feel like we've been talking about it for a couple months to go see this movie, and then it's like, nah.
Yeah. Oh well, we can still go see it. It's we don't see it opening night, but I mean, like, it's not the I mean, that's the fucking shitty part about growing up and adulting. It's like, fuck, I got commitments now, and I gotta do shit. Nah. I'm sure half the stuff he doesn't want to do, but he's gotta do it.
Well,
not in the same way. It's like, I better go visit. I better do this. I better do that, because if I don't, I'll hear about it. And yeah.
Well, now you're hearing about me, so there you go.
Fair enough.
So that's what you get, Tyler. That's what you get. I don't know.
Whatever.
No, hopefully it gets better soon.
Yes, hopefully, yes. Yeah.
Doesn't sound like he's dying, but he sounds like he's pretty tired and pretty. Yeah. So
that's the big thing with this new variant. Is it begs the shit out of you from what people tell me, and tough go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Maybe that's like his genie wish of always wanting to not be at work. It's like,
be at work. Yeah, it's like, no, I'm thinking about a holiday.
The monkey's paw curse. Got him.
Yeah, it's 5 days off. Yeah, too bad 2 of them out right before the weekend. It's like, dang it, with 5 days. Yeah.
I watched something new on Wednesday besides Boba Fett that I saw on Disney Plus, and I did not expect it to be on Disney Plus.
Was it Pam and Tommy?
Pam and Tommy.
I've been thinking about watching it. I'm like, okay. I thought it was Stars, but I see the thing for Disney Plus. I'm like, Disney Plus, but I mean, you gotta say whatever.
Yeah, it's they have the first 3 episodes on there, and it's actually not bad. It's kind of funny. A lot of nudity.
Really?
A lot of nudity is definitely not.
That's why I was surprised. But I mean, I think you can flag it when you make your account with Disney Plus to be the Stars or adults, right? Because I can't figure out how I did it, but I have to put a login code every time I go into Disney Plus. Is yours the same way too?
Nope.
Yeah, I think it was everyone when Stars first came out on Disney Plus. That was like one of the options to do, and I put it on there. I think I'll be fine, but in case I have to. But now it's every time to put it in. I'm like, how do I did this? I can't figure it out. But yeah, I mean, I thought that would be like a Stars thing where you have to be logged in and make sure you're an adult to watch these other shows on Disney Plus,
right?
But yeah, I guess. I mean, if it's gonna be like Netflix, then why the hell not, right? So
yeah. It's weird. It's like just front and center, Pam and Tommy. It's like, okay,
yeah.
So yeah, watch those 3 episodes, and then it's pretty funny, and like the performances are really good. Like it's like, man, That's Sebastian Stan. That's the
Oh,
that's
that
the
is?
Winter Soldier.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
like
yeah.
but he's like he plays Tommy Lee like so well. It's like you always you forget that it's him. And
I
then
had no idea that was him. I
yeah,
think I'll check it out now. Yeah.
and it's Lily James who plays Pamela Anderson. And I was
Oh
watching
yeah.
it, and I talked to my little sister today,
Mhm.
and I was like, man, Lily James is so hot in this show. And then, but I like never really heard of her as an actress before, so I
Mhm.
Google searched her, and I was like looking at her pictures. I'm like, well, she isn't really that hot. And then it like dawned on me. It's like, well, she's hot because they made her look like Pamela
Like Pamela Anderson. Yeah,
and
no
Pamela
shit.
Anderson is hot. It's like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, that makes
Checks out.
sense. Yeah. Yeah. The math works out there. Yeah. Yeah, I heard too. I was like, who is this? Like, Baby Driver, Mamma Mia. I'm like, I don't know. Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. Like, haven't seen any of these movies, but yeah. But I've heard good things about the show so far, so I want to check it out. But how many episodes are there? Gonna be
Total, I'm not too sure.
yeah.
I think
8.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Total,
sure
yeah.
it's just the miniseries. They're not going to do.
It's just the miniseries, yeah. Which I mean, that makes sense. It's a interesting story, but I don't think it'd be worth it for longer than that, right? So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah. But yeah, looking at the bullshit, no, they definitely use Sebastian Stan. You see it now.
yeah.
I wouldn't have. I saw like how many times I didn't think of that, but now you said it's him. Like, oh yeah, now I see it. It is him. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Seth
Seth
there
Rogen's
too,
in there, and
yeah.
he's like real skinny and looks real different. And it's
Yeah.
like, huh. We can tell. It's
Also,
like, I think he's a producer on the show, and you can kind of tell this is kind of
maybe yeah.
his kind of thing. So
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. Yeah, Seth Rogen,
Yeah.
producer down there. Like, it's like all the guys I enjoyed in my high school to college days of funny comedies, they've all changed. Like, look at Jonah Hill. I can't get over how different he looks now
Mhm.
compared to how he was when he first started. Like, just between the weight difference and just like how he grew, how he matured, kind of. Like, oh my god, that's the fat kid from from Superbad. Like, what the hell?
Right.
He's totally different now. Like, it's crazy. And Seth Rogen too was the fat funny guy, but now he's lost a ton of weight. He's like really like, matured in a way. I'm like, this is just different than what I was used to for now. It's, oh yeah, it's different. Mm-hmm.
You seem like he does a lot of pottery making and stuff like that. Makes like a lot
Really?
of ashtrays and stuff. Yeah, that's like.
I mean, I know he's different, but I wouldn't think that of all
Yeah.
things. I thought like, yeah, I know he's very into the YouTube and the streaming community. I thought he'd be doing more of that. Like I see him a lot with Corridor. I see him a lot with like other shows
Mhm.
too as well. So I'm like, well, that'd be. Well, I think more like a Jack Black kind of thing where he does more of the streaming and the video game stuff too as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pottery. Yeah. Well, I guess
Pottery. Yeah, exactly. It's
yeah. If you're into it, you're into it. I guess.
right.
Yeah.
Learn that tidbit from his Hot Ones episode.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm.
so that's what I've been watching, and I guess we won't talk too much about the latest episode of Book of Boba
I
Fett,
think
but-
I want to wait till we're done. I think probably next Friday when the series is done, we can talk about
Mhm.
it and everything then. Yeah, because it's leading into something good, and I really like this last episode, and hopefully it ends on a good episode next.
yeah,
Yeah.
a very much lack of Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett these last two
And
episodes.
that's kind of what my thought too as well. But I mean, I'm not sure if that was made to be that way or they kind of tweaked it afterwards. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
because there should be enough there with that character to do more than that. But yeah, again, there was the spoiler. It was another Mando heavy episode, and we saw Boba Fett have like one line in this one at the meeting at the end. That was it. I'm like, well, it's not really a Boba Fett episode again, and there should be more to it than just that, right? But
Mhm.
yeah, I know it's I'm a little conflicted on this, but I'll wait till next episode and see how it ends. But yeah,
There's a well, we won't say what happened, but
no,
pretty big reveal, character
Yeah.
reveal. That's cool.
yeah, I was like, just fucking losing my shit. I was so happy.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
awesome.
Like I got that reference. I know it.
Yeah, I wonder
Yeah.
if like people who haven't watched Clone Wars probably
mean,
don't know anything.
You probably don't know much about him. I mean,
I know
watched
a
a little
bit,
bit,
yeah.
little bit about him, but I mean, it just shows another guy with a mystery to him, right? So I
Mhm.
mean, it's still be intriguing enough. But the fans who do know, like, oh, they knew right away. It's like, oh, this is some shit now because if he's here, then it's gonna get good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Mhm.
But you've been watching. You talked a tiny bit about it on
Mm.
monthly recap, but you
Mhm.
you watched all of Demon Slayer? Basically caught up? You
I'll
haven't
caught right
watched
up.
any
Yeah.
of season 2 stuff yet, have you? Or
No, I watched it. I'm caught everything right up.
Oh,
right
really?
To the newest arc, district entertainment district arc, and right to episode 9 all the way up there. Yeah.
oh,
So
you're further ahead than I am because I'm
I
waiting
binged
until,
everything. Yeah.
season 2's over.
Well, because I didn't say I cheated, but the second season is this what's called the Dream Train arc or whatever it is.
Mugen Train, yeah.
Yes, and it's broken down to either a 2-hour movie or a 7-episode season. I watched the movie. I didn't watch the season. So like, if I watched the season, probably, but the movie did the same thing anyways, because I watched the last episode of that season. It was the same thing, just more detailed. So I'm like, okay, well, you kind of cheat that way, right? So yeah, and but the newest season is awesome. I'm loving it a lot too as well. And how episode 9 ends is, I think, it's still good. 3 episodes left this season, and how 9 ends, like, what the?
There's only 3 episodes left in this season?
I think there's 12 episodes per season.
Oh, wow.
12 or 11. Yeah, it's close to the end because they're at the final fight here. It's at this climax, but yeah, oh man, it's good.
Maybe it's like a half season thing. Maybe.
Yeah,
makes sense because
I think because they're all arcs, right? All little adventure arcs,
I guess,
with different guys. Yeah, so the first one was 20 some, I think, because 21, because it was like it was the build up of the season, and then it was like introducing the characters and what they can do, and now it's just individual adventures per thing, right? So yeah, because I think it's not very much, maybe 1 or 2 left, I think, this season. That's it. So yeah, it's all little arcs, and I think I didn't realize this too. I was looking at it as well. The manga that it's going off of is done too as well. So there's, I think, really like 4 or 5 arcs until the final, and that's it.
Oh wow!
So like, yeah,
that's awesome. Actually,
I spoiled myself a little bit with my curiosity, because how this one episode ends, I'm like, doesn't he die? Does this guy die? He can't die. He's my favorite guy. And so I had to look and see if he does die, and then I ended up like going really far ahead. I'm like, but I mean, it's still I'll still watch the hell out of it. I still love it, right? So yeah, it's just one of those, like, it's I thought it was still ongoing, like One Piece or like Boruto or all the new ones coming out, where it's keeps going, and the manga's still going, but the show's slowly catching up. This is like, it's done. So here's what to work with. You can do what you want with it and have fun with it, right? So yeah, but otherwise, it's I love it. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I think that's like, it's nice to have animes that are like that. Like same with like Death Note, where it's just like a nice, short, concise,
and that's what I'm like.
Doesn't go hundreds and hundreds of episodes.
Because I'm like, that's where I was conflicted about it too. Because like, you look at One Piece, where it's been going on for 20 years. It's 1,000 episodes in. It's like, it's so big. Like, you need to spend like months. Like, it's like 40K. You need like so much time set aside just to learn what's going on and what's happening. You can't just jump into the newest season right now and just know everything, right? And
to start from the beginning, it's like so intimidating.
It's so much, right? So like, I don't mind, because I've been reading it since it came out back in 2002, so I know how it starts. I know what's all there. But for someone new, it's a tough sell. But like, we see something like this where it's done. Now you just got to look forward to watching the pages come to life, right? So I'm much more leaning towards those kind of shows now too, because like, now it's just no need to worry about if they're gonna catch up to the manga or do something different than that, or how it's going to be. It's like, no, here's the road, here's the path. You're going to follow it and make it look good, right? So yeah,
you don't get terrible filler arcs.
Which, I mean, you get in most animes nowadays anyways, but I mean, just to kind of extend it that much more, because what I'm finding is like a good chapter is like 25 pages, 30 pages, and you can breeze through them really fast. Like, you can breeze through chapters too fast. Usually 4 episodes does four chapters in 1 episode usually. So like right now, one of the ones I'm watching, I'm on chapter 70, 72. But in the show, they're done season 2 now, and they're already at chapter 56, I think, something like that. So like, they're right behind it on where the manga's at, because of COVID. Everything's way delayed. So like, that's taking forever to make that. So it's all playing catch up too fast now, where they're burning through material too quickly. So you have to have those filler arcs there to kind of drag it out so that manga can get ahead, and then they can still have something to show, right? So I get, now I understand why, especially this time of year with COVID, how to have that more important now than ever, because you need time to let the creators build more world to make it into an anime, right? So yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Another anime like that. It's longer, but it's definitely not like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto or Bleach long is Attack on Titan. That's wrapping
That
up
one too.
right?
I'm debating because I've watched. Oh god, the first. I want to say the first 3 seasons.
Okay.
Because are you caught up with that too at all, or are you watching that?
I think I still need to watch like a few more episodes of season 4 before they took their break, and now that they're back. But
I just finished the one where they went on. I think it might be 2 even. They went on that adventure outside the wall and then came back to the capital. Then one Titan gets revealed to be the one like the one of the recruits. I think it might be season 2, season 3. I think it was. So and they stopped after that, right? I'm like, okay, well, I'll wait till later on and read the manga. But now it's finishing up. I want to get back into it, but I don't know. That too, I feel overwhelmed trying to go mid level. I have to start from the beginning again and watch it all over
right.
because I feel like I've missed so many important details of these characters that I could probably skip ahead on certain episodes, but to watch it all the way through, I have to start over.
Mm-hmm.
I can't just go back to season 3 where I was at before and just watch it because that's one of those series where there's so much going on with all these characters play in the background and what they're planning to do. It's like, yeah, you have to kind of understand them, right? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Man, I remember season 3 of Attack on Titan is so dark and like
Hmm.
so much death. So much
Oh
death
yeah,
in season 3 that it's
I know
just
in for that first season where the main character like dies.
yeah.
I was so like heartbrokenly devastated. I'm like, as if they kill him, no way. And then he comes back. I'm like, oh, okay, oh, this makes sense now. But I was like, I was just furious. I wanted to quit reading it and I was done with it. I'm like, as if this is horseshit. Because I don't know if you ever heard or watched or read Gurren Lagann.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
main character
finish it,
dies.
but I know yeah.
Yeah, the main character does in that one. They kill him off around the halfway through the first season.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's a good pivotal point for the ones, a good character development point, but it was one of those like they kind of went the direction and stuck with it, and now they didn't know where to go afterwards. It's like, okay, it shows that like that was supposed to be like the big climax, but they kept going. It's like, okay, it kind of ruined that point, right? So
Yeah.
I was afraid to be like that, but it wasn't, thankfully. So.
That one was tough too. Like I never finished Gurren Lagann. A lot of people like love that
Mhm.
show.
I didn't finish the manga. I
Um,
love the show. The anime was really good. The final season was pretty cool.
but yeah, like after he does that, I think like I've tried watching it twice and I stopped watching it
Mhm.
like pretty much the same point. And it's like it's after the big time jump is
Yeah.
usually when I stop watching. And that I heard that's like some of the best parts after.
Yeah,
after
it
that.
actually is. The fight scenes are really fucking good. Yeah.
So maybe I should just go back and finish that. But yeah, when they kill off the guy, I forget his name, Kawana? No.
I forget. Yeah, I'm watching a few years, but yeah.
But yeah, like I was like he's the best character in the show, and like
Yeah.
the second or the other main character is like he's always like shy and like scared all the time. It's like this guy sucks. Now
So,
he's the main character.
He's the main character now. I was like, this sucks, but like they're trying to build him to be like that guy, but it was like, okay, this is still like that was a pivotal point, and you kind of went past it still in the wrong way. It's like it doesn't feel the same, right? And yeah, it shows. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, like once he finally comes out of his shell, that's when you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
way to go.
It's good. It gets good at the end. Yeah.
The weird pronunciation of your name. It's like, why are you saying it the French way, you weirdo?
Yeah. Yeah. No, and no, I'm back on an anime kick again. Yeah, I'm tempted to go back to Boruto because I didn't mind that. Like I've been floating with the idea for a while of making video essays, and one of them was going to be about generational shows, like shows that continue on after the next generation of those characters from before, right?
Yeah.
Like Avatar and Korra and Boruto, Naruto, all those ones like that. And to me, Boruto is one of those few that's doing it right.
Right.
So I really want to emphasize that to create other shows like Korra, and that's one of those shows where I can watch it and like I still know what's like Naruto stuff from before, from 20 years ago, are still relevant in this stuff now. It's like, I can read it, no problem. I know what's happening, right? So I'm enjoying that one quite a bit more than anything else. And the anime is awesome to watch. It's good one to watch too. But that's one of those few shows where the next generations are. It's fun. They're not ruining it, I find. So yeah, it's I'm enjoying it.
I like Naruto up until the end where it just got a little.
I
had like the problem with like power creep where it just kept going until it was like, oh, now we're gods and stuff. Like
now exactly, yeah. Like and especially the final fight took forever. Like that was like worse than Dragon Ball Z. How long it took? Like it's supposed to be all within one night, but it was like 200 chapters. Like what the fuck, man? This is stupid.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, it was terrible. And yeah, Power Creep 2 was a big thing, but now that I don't know if I watched Bar 2 in a while, but I think they're getting better with that because now they brought everyone back down to mid level and they're working their way up. But yeah, I think I remember the Great Sage arc in Naruto was an awesome one where he fights against Pain and like, oh, that was an awesome arc. And since then, I was like, you couldn't. I think that's where it peaked. And since then, I was like, kind of
Yeah.
after that. But that Pain arc was really good.
I do remember that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen Mob Psycho 100?
No, but I've watched the other show from the creator, One Punch Man. I like that one a lot, and I've heard good things about Mob Psycho, so I really want to watch that one too.
I'd recommend it. It's it's funny like One Punch Man, and the fight scenes are crazy awesome too. So you'd like that one. It's only two seasons too, I think.
It's only 2 seasons. You know, YouTube follower's Mother's Basement, and he does anime reviews, and he speaks highly of that show. And you see clips of it and why he likes it. I'm like, yeah, I can do a show I can watch because it's totally subversions of expectations and just funny comedy stuff. I'm like, yeah, I can like this a lot. Because I forget the creator's name. Like, there's One Punch Man and Mob Psycho and a few other ones. He likes to write the overpowered characters, but in the mundane way. And I find that so interesting to watch that because like you see Saitama in One Punch Man just struggling just to be normal when he's so powerful, whereas usually it's the other way around, right? Like you see the powerful guy working his way up, but like he just wants to be just mundane. It's like, yeah, it's a clever twist on it. I love that. So
yeah. One of my favorite parts about Mob Psycho is that he's like, super powerful, strong in this paranormal way, but physically like super weak. So he
just wants to be better.
So he joins, he joins the body improvement club at school to like get stronger. He can like barely keep up while they're running and stuff.
Yeah,
and like all these like super jacked dudes, they're always like super supportive of all that stuff, which it's just hilarious.
It's funny. Yeah, no, it's that subversion of expectations. I'm liking that nowadays for sure. That's one of those shows I've heard that does it really well. Yeah.
There you go. Good old anime. It's the best. You know, there's people out there who don't like anime.
I can believe it. It's a tough sell, especially.
Is it? I don't know. Because I don't know. I never got that. Like, there's cartoons. It's like, well,
yes and no. Like, it is cartoons, and it's. I get what they're saying. But just because it's cartoons doesn't mean it's a bad story. And that's what I try to sell with people like that. Like, yeah, it's animated, but it doesn't mean it has to be like, look at the Disney movies in the Renaissance. Look at all these Pixar movies and all these movies coming out that are like Toy Story 3, animated CGI, but probably one of the most heartfelt movies you'll ever watch. Like it's the messages they're showing with those movies are still powerful, even though it is just hand-drawn in cartoons. It still watch any Miyamoto film and not feel a little emotional, like come on, like that's art. That's living art. Yeah. I don't know. I fight for it, and I hope it's that what's the word I want to say? Not stereotype. That hate for it is kind of rotted away over these because I recommend Spider-Verse to everyone I ever talk to about, and it's like, oh, but it's a cartoon. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's still one of the best movies ever.
Yeah. The best Marvel movie.
I would argue that too. Yeah.
People watch cartoons. You ain't above watching cartoons. No one is. Even regular cartoons.
Yeah.
I've been watching not been watching, but I've been watching like reactions of what's it called? Frick. Gravity Falls. That's what it's called.
Oh, that's a great show. I love it.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is kind of silly for like definitely more aimed towards kids, but it's like, there's some funny parts in the show.
There's funny parts, and there's like really good messages with it too as well. Like Gravity Falls, Adventure Time, I think this all stemmed from like the root of Adventure Time, where they made like this whimsical, childlike cartoon with a somewhat adult theme, and everything that's out now all stems from that show coming out. And I liked it when it first came out, but even I was getting fed up with like the almost too juvenile look of it. It wasn't quite like, just seemed too kiddie almost at times.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it for what it was, and I find like shows like Gravity Falls and what's the other ones? All these new like Disney Plus shows coming out that are like that are really good. But, like, they're well written, and like they're look for like kids, but any adult can watch them and enjoy them. What's that one show we watched with Tyler that was on Netflix? It was like that little girl. That one too. Same idea. It's
Helga.
Helga. Yeah, whatever. Hello, whatever it is. Yeah. it looks very childish, but like there's still like good writing, good themes with it, and good artwork with it. Where you can still enjoy it as an adult, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those are good to watch too as well. Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
anything else before we get out of here?
Nothing else I can think of. Yeah. Looking forward to Boba Fett next week, and
Yeah.
can't wait. Yeah.
The season, possibly series finale.
Do you think they'll do season 2? Yeah.
I mean, it's probably open enough to do a season.
I
2
think
if they
so.
wanted
I
to.
mean, yeah.
It should be more crime boss stuff, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they do, I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, Mando can have his own show again, and Boba Fett can have his own show again. Hopefully, I was hoping this year was more of like stories of Boba Fett that wasn't just him coming back from the Sarlacc pit.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they'll do that next season. But yeah, that was the one thing where like we know he's a badass, and we see him come up from nothing, like from barely surviving to becoming a crime boss. Sure, but what about when he was in his prime and how he was before, during the Empire, and everything else like that? I wouldn't want to see more of that.
Didn't you get the writer of Sopranos on or something?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Well, that's I'm also looking forward to that next week. Hopefully you go see Jackass soon-ish when Tyler rises from the dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we'll see without him, when he does bite the dust. No.
Nah. I know. He doesn't normally die. I don't think he'll die this time.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to do it, I guess, for this episode of the podcast. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube. Like and subscribe. If you're listening on podcast service, subscribe to the feed. Give us a rating. Head over to our Facebook page. Like the page. Ask us a question, because this Monday coming up, we are taking your questions. We're answering them. It's Ask Us Anything Monday. So
yeah, we'll take them.
Get those in. I'll try to set a reminder on maybe Saturday or Sunday to just post a little blip on our Facebook page to put your questions on there.
We want to hear from you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
See you guys.